Financial security is deeply personal. For Mark and Sarah, true safety means owning their shelter outright. Every month, surplus income is routed into their mortgage. Behavioral economists call this a psychological dividend, eliminating debt to permanently reduce baseline cognitive anxiety. Their approach lowers fixed monthly costs dramatically. Because they owe very little, their required monthly survival number is tiny. This gives them immense flexibility to navigate life's natural transitions without financial panic. When their first child is born, this low overhead pays off. The transition to parenthood is notoriously expensive, but the Hayes family absorbs the shock easily. Their shrinking mortgage means diapers and formula never strain the household budget. Because their mandatory bills are so low, Sarah has the freedom to extend her maternity leave unpaid. She doesn't have to rush back to the corporate world, trading her career temporarily for invaluable time with her newborn. Mark goes to work feeling like an absolute protector. He knows that no matter what happens to the economy, the bank owns very little of the roof over his family's head. His physical sanctuary is secured. Across town, Leo and Maya view security through a radically different lens. To them, low-interest mortgage debt is a tool. They pay the absolute minimum on their house, funneling all surplus cash into diversified index funds. Their peace of mind comes from liquid wealth and compound interest. By retaining their cash in the market, their net worth grows exponentially faster than the interest accumulating on their home loan. Mathematics validates their choice. When their own child is born, their high liquidity provides a different kind of luxury. Instead of extending unpaid leave, they use their substantial investment dividends to hire premium childcare and medical support. Maya returns to her high-powered career seamlessly. The Chens view time as their most valuable asset, and their growing liquid wealth allows them to buy back their time by outsourcing household burdens. Leo feels like a mastermind building a generational empire. His family enjoys a premium lifestyle, funded by high-tech salaries and robust market returns. They never feel deprived, fully enjoying the present while heavily funding the future. But every financial philosophy has a shadow. For the Hayes family, the relentless pursuit of a zero-balance mortgage requires intense daily sacrifice. Every spare dollar is locked away in bricks and mortar. They suffer a massive opportunity cost. By ignoring the stock market in their early 30s, they miss out on the most powerful years of compound interest. Their net worth grows at a painfully slow linear rate. Their house is beautiful and safe, but their bank accounts are perpetually thin. They frequently decline social invitations and delay home upgrades because they refuse to reduce their aggressive mortgage payments. As their child grows, a new anxiety emerges. They have immense home equity, but $0 saved in a liquid college fund. They realize you cannot pay university tuition with roof tiles. The Hayes are trapped in a psychological loop. They have become so addicted to watching the debt balance drop that they feel guilty spending money on simple family experiences. Frugality has morphed into subtle deprivation. The Chens face a completely different set of cons. Because they never pay down their mortgage, their monthly burn rate is staggering. Their fixed overhead costs require them to earn massive salaries just to break even. This creates the golden handcuffs phenomenon. Despite their wealth, Maya cannot afford to take a lower-paying job or step back to spend more time with her child, because the luxury lifestyle machine requires constant fuel. Furthermore, they suffer from lifestyle inflation. As their portfolio grows, their spending expands to match it. Luxury cars and expensive dinners feel normal, but they add layers of invisible financial fragility. Their emotional well-being becomes entirely tethered to Wall Street. On days when the market dips, the atmosphere in the Chen household grows tense. Their peace of mind is not permanent. It fluctuates with the algorithms. They are mathematically optimized, but psychologically exposed. If a severe, prolonged economic downturn were to hit, their massive fixed debts and shrinking assets could trap them in a devastating squeeze. Despite the drawbacks, the Hayes family's approach builds incredible character. Their financial journey forces Mark and Sarah to communicate deeply, aligning their life goals and operating as a unified, disciplined team. They learn self-reliance. Instead of paying expensive contractors, Mark learns DIY woodworking and plumbing. Their home becomes a testament to their own hard work, embedding sentimental value into every wall. Sarah embraces cooking from scratch and growing her own vegetables. Their lifestyle is a rejection of hyper-consumerism. They find deep, genuine joy in simple, inexpensive pleasures rather than material goods. They are teaching their child the invaluable lessons of delayed gratification and the true value of a dollar. Their home is not a place of luxury, but it is deeply grounded in love and stability. They sleep soundly. They do not care what the Federal Reserve does with interest rates. By intentionally stepping off the economic treadmill, they have carved out a quiet, honest, and remarkably resilient life. The Chens also exhibit highly positive traits. Their financial literacy is exceptional. They actively study macroeconomics, understanding how inflation erodes cash and how to legally optimize their tax burden to keep more of what they earn. They maximize modern systems. Leo uses credit card points from their necessary expenses to fund entirely free family vacations, turning everyday spending into a strategic advantage without carrying consumer debt. Their approach to career development is fearless. Knowing they have a massive investment safety net, Maya negotiates aggressively for promotions, taking calculated professional risks that result in massive income jumps. They are actively preparing their child for a modern economy. They plan to teach their child about asset ownership, capital markets, and how to make money work for them, breaking the cycle of trading time for wages. The Chens refuse to wait until retirement to live. They spend generously on health, experiences, and convenience. They understand that youth and health are fleeting, and money is a tool meant to be utilized now. But severe discipline can breed a dangerous blind spot. The Hayes family's obsession with paying the bank has left them exposed to reality. Equity is a ghost. It cannot be touched, spent, or eaten during an emergency. They have completely neglected their cash reserves. Believing their low expenses are their safety net, their emergency fund holds just enough for a broken washing machine, utterly insufficient for a real crisis. The illusion shatters when Mark's aging father suffers a severe stroke. The medical crisis requires immediate, out-of-pocket, specialized care that insurance refuses to fully cover. The cost is astronomical. The hospital billing department demands $30,000 upfront to secure a spot in a premier rehabilitation facility. Mark stares at the invoice. His $400,000 in home equity is absolutely useless to him right now. Mark's initial reaction is denial. He believes they can just budget harder to find the money. But you cannot budget your way out of a $30,000 medical emergency when you live paycheck to paycheck for a mortgage. The Chen's blind spot is arrogance. A decade of a bull market has convinced them they are financial geniuses. They assume their portfolio will always trend upward, ignoring the historical reality of black swan events. They have grossly overestimated their risk tolerance. Because they have massive fixed debts, their portfolio is secretly fragile. If they are forced to sell assets during a downturn, their wealth will permanently collapse. Reality strikes the Chens simultaneously. Maya's mother requires an emergency heart bypass. Maya doesn't panic initially. She knows they have hundreds of thousands in the market. She assumes they will just sell a few shares. But financial shocks are rarely isolated. The week Maya's mother enters the hospital, a catastrophic macroeconomic crisis hits the tech sector. The stock market plunges 25% in 3 days. Maya logs into her brokerage to withdraw the surgery funds. Her stomach drops. To get the required cash, she must liquidate her shares at the absolute bottom of a crash, locking in devastating permanent losses. The pressure compounds instantly. The macroeconomic crash that tanked the market also freezes the economy. Mark receives a devastating corporate email. He is being placed on an indefinite, unpaid furlough. Mark faces a dual nightmare. He has zero income and a father who needs $30,000 for medical care. The walls of his beautifully paid-down house suddenly feel like a prison. Desperate, Mark drives to the bank ATM, hoping a miracle error occurred in his accounts. He inserts his card. The screen displays a balance of $600. It is not enough. Sarah sits in the living room holding their baby. The heating bill arrives in the mail. For the first time in their marriage, she looks at a $50 utility bill and feels genuine terror. The debt-free dream has become a nightmare. Their extreme aversion to liquidity left them completely exposed to a dual crisis. They are forced to confront the fact that their financial philosophy failed them when they needed it most. The Chens are facing their own apocalypse. Leo receives the exact same furlough notice from his tech firm. Their primary income vanishes exactly as their portfolio is bleeding out. The pressure of high leverage strikes. Maya realizes their staggering $6,000 monthly mortgage payment is still due in 5 days. Because they never paid down principal, their overhead is a massive, unyielding monster. Maya's mother still needs the surgery. The dual pressure of the medical bills and the massive mortgage forces them into a corner. They have no choice but to liquidate investments during the worst market crash in a decade. Leo calculates their remaining cash runway. At their current burn rate, even after selling shares at a loss, they will be bankrupt in 6 months. The luxury lifestyle has become a ticking time bomb. The golden handcuffs are choking them. They are mathematically optimized for sunny days, but fundamentally incapable of surviving a winter. High leverage during an income drought is lethal to both wealth and sanity. Mark experiences profound shame. He did everything society told him was responsible. He avoided debt, he paid his mortgage, he lived frugally, yet he is entirely unable to provide for his sick father. He feels like a failure. To survive, Mark must commit the ultimate act of financial defeat. He returns to the bank to apply for a high-interest home equity line of credit. Begging to go backward into debt breaks his spirit. Sarah cries in the hospital waiting room. It isn't just about the father's health. It's the realization of their financial fragility. The tension bleeds into their marriage. They snap at each other over the cost of a coffee. Mark constantly checks the new, rising debt balance on his phone. The peace of mind he spent a decade building has vanished in a week. Extreme debt aversion actually created massive, unseen risk. They realize that equity is just a vanity metric until you sell the house. A family cannot eat drywall. The trauma of this illiquidity changes Mark's fundamental worldview forever. For Leo, the emotional toll manifests as panic attacks. Watching a decade of disciplined wealth creation evaporate on a screen feels like physical torture. His identity as a financial mastermind is destroyed. Maya clicks sell to pay for her mother's surgery and the mortgage. Liquidating at a 30% loss is agonizing. She isn't just losing money, she is setting their retirement back by 15 years. Maya looks around her expensive home with profound regret. The luxury cars, the designer furniture, it all suddenly feels foolish. They built a castle on a foundation of leverage, assuming the weather would always be perfect. Dinners in the Chen household become silent and heavy. The financial invincibility that fueled their romance and confidence is gone. They realize that spreadsheets cannot account for the sheer terror of human panic. They both understand now that wealth maximization without risk mitigation is gambling. The cost of capital is no longer an abstract economic theory. It is the price of their mental health and security. 8 months later, the economy slowly thaws. Mark is recalled to his job, his father is recovering, the immediate crisis is over, but the Hayes family refuses to return to their old dogmatic ways. Mark and Sarah rewrite their financial rules. They realize that cash is oxygen. Paying off debt is admirable, but liquidity is survival. They will never allow themselves to be house rich and cash poor again. Sarah opens a high-yield liquid savings account. Instead of aggressively overpaying the mortgage, they route a substantial portion of their monthly income directly into accessible cash reserves. Mark accepts a little bit of low-interest mortgage debt in exchange for safety. He understands that a fully funded emergency fund protects his family far better than an extra brick paid off on the roof. For the first time, they have true peace. By blending frugality with liquidity, they are bulletproof. They finally book that long-delayed family vacation, paying for it entirely with saved cash. Across town, Leo and Maya also return to work. Maya's mother is recovering well. As the market slowly climbs back, the Chens aggressively reassess the catastrophic damage caused by their massive monthly burn rate. Maya takes immediate action to lower their overhead. They sell the luxury electric cars and cancel expensive subscription services. They learn that a low fixed monthly cost is a superpower during an economic winter. Leo logs into their mortgage portal. For the first time ever, he deliberately types in an extra payment toward the principal. He is willing to sacrifice a little market return to buy down their massive leverage. They realize that true financial optimization requires psychological defense. Wealth isn't just about maximizing compound interest. It is about building a system robust enough to survive the worst days of your life without panic. Ultimately, personal finance is never just about the math. It is about the emotional weight of our choices. Whether you prioritize the psychological comfort of zero debt like the Hayes, or the mathematical growth of investing like the Chens, true wealth is found in the balance between ambition and resilience. Now, we turn the question to you. Which financial philosophy resonates more with your own life? Are you fiercely eliminating debt to find peace, or are you leveraging low interest to build liquid wealth? Share your thoughts, experiences, and strategies in the comments below. Every financial decision shapes the documentary of your life. Thank you for taking this journey with us today. If you found this analysis valuable, please like and subscribe for more deep dives into behavioral finance. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.